Hi, today I'm going to cover risk management essentials. And in the 4-point project success that I coach on, that in the planning phase using systems thinking, we start to look at what are the pieces and parts and where we might have some stress points because of resources or schedule or budget or time or other elements that we're dependent upon or other organizations we're dependent upon. So we want to get that organized. And then when we get into the delivery of it, we get into critical thinking, we start to look at those various elements and how they actually are materializing in the project and are they impacting the project. So these are, in most cases, they're preempting some of the risk situation that could occur, the risk profile of the project. One of the things that I wanted to get into first, though, is cultivating a risk-aware culture within the team. And what I mean by that is in the airports now, where they talk about luggage just sitting around, see something, say something, right? Or in other aspects of our society now, that's become a pretty common expression. The same goes in projects and campaigns or whatever. If a junior person sees something, they should be inspired and motivated to say something. They should write it up, not just arbitrarily say, I think this. Well, I think this, but why do you think that? And what do you think the impact of that might be? So that and it's given to the leader, the manager, the stakeholder, so that they can actually start to do something with that. And they can take a look at what is this risk? What is this potential risk? And get it into the risk log. Some things can go into the risk log and out of the risk log real fast. Other things go into the risk log and they need mitigation strategies that are more complex, and they're going to be over time, and they are purely just risks. They're not issues yet, they are just risks. So that's really another important thing that you want to be thinking about with the building that culture. So that's the other thing that you should have is some sort of risk log, and you should be regularly reviewing that log, making sure that you understand, have any of these materialized? What's going on? Do we have to worry about it? Do we have a plan? What is the plan? What are we going to do? How are we going to take action and mitigate that? And I talk about in the 4-point project success, the idea of having a roadmap that is like, I like to say, the Google Maps, where it gives you multiple paths to get to the same endpoint. And that's the same thing about your risks. They may force you to go one way or another, and having that log, having that mitigation plan and strategy is really helpful. The other things you should do is to prioritize these risks. Not everything is critical. And so really having maybe a 3 or 4 gradation of what is the criticality of a risk, so that you and the team can manage it accordingly. And if something has to go to a stakeholder, they can understand more clearly, is this something that demands urgent attention, or is it something we can let float for a little bit and discuss, and maybe they have to go off and get some other information. So these are some great ideas on some of the risk management essentials that you want to incorporate in your project and help your team plan for chaos and deliver success. Thanks.